Welcome, everyone, to the Kansas City Sports Memes podcast. It is a privilege for you to be with us. I'm your host, along with my guys, Megatron and Marvin. How you guys doing today?
Depressed.
Oh.
Alrighty.
I'm doing good.
Thank you, Marvin. Good job, Megatron. Good answer. All right, so just a couple things to recap. Sports, of course, starting after COVID-19. Sports looking a little different, but hey, we still have sports, right? You look at just around the Kansas City area sports. For instance, Kansas City, another rematch with the Texans after their 24-0 comeback. What was the final score of that game? Like 50-something to 30-something?
51.
I don't remember. 51
to 31.
To 31. All right. And they come out with a win for week one, 34-20. That's the NFL. Just give you your sporting Kansas City team, Kansas City. Got their first win on Sunday. Now they're 1-1-1. And your Kansas City Royals on a 6-game winning streak. And notice this, 44 points scored in those 6 games compared to 14 from their opponents. And they're actually playing currently, and they're losing. They were losing last time I checked 5-0 against Detroit.
And that is
but
why
the Royals
I'm
are 20-28. And that is why Marvin is depressed.
Yep.
But, so guys, let's get into recap of week one. Games, went pretty well. A couple upsets for week one. We thought, this team is going to blow out this team. Or, this team is terrible and has been for the past 5 years, but they come out with a win. So what do you guys got? Recap of week one in the NFL.
Brady's a bust.
Brady's a bust. That's one game, Marvin.
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
Okay, you look at his stats. He had 2 picks.
Yeah.
2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
that's better than some of these other guys.
That's still not a good ratio. I mean, if you're Tom Brady, you should be playing better than this. And I mean, this is your first game. I know it's one game. Okay, so they might turn the season around. They might, go all the way to the Super Bowl. Don't really see that happening. But, it's a possibility. I mean, you got the whole season. But the thing is, this is the first game. People are calling you a system quarterback. And this is your chance to show them, no, like, it's me. And you lose. Like, nah.
Yeah, and it is, I guess, Tom Brady, too, right? Expectations are higher than Winston. I can see that. But, I mean, maybe, I don't know. What do you guys think? Just getting used to the system?
No preseason.
No preseason?
Nope.
Give them a couple games?
Yeah, I think they'll be fine. I don't see them going to the Super Bowl, though. At least not this year.
All right. So I was listening to our first podcast that we did, and you guys one of the topics was the Buccaneers record. Marvin, you said 12-4, and then Megatron, you said 14-2. Are you guys still with that?
Nope. It's 11-5 now.
I could see that. I could go with 11-5.
11-5.
Only because,
I mean, they do have to face the Saints again.
And the Chiefs.
Too. And the Chiefs.
And, again, I know I said, first impressions, but this is also against, Drew Brees. Drew Brees, Tom Brady showdown, should be a huge game. And I don't know. You just can't mess stuff like that up. I don't care.
True.
That it shows. I mean, I'm not going to say he's completely. I mean, it's all on Belichick. It's all on the Patriots, and that he's just going to play like this for the rest of the season. But to start out like that on another team is just, I don't know.
Well, maybe the crowd had something to do with it.
Probably. Yeah, I mean, they're, boisterous and, yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, concerning the Saints, Michael Thomas is out for several weeks.
Yep.
So for Drew Brees, that might be not not good having his number one wide receiver out.
Nope, but he still got Sanders, so you still
He does
hope.
still have Emmanuel Sanders. So that's true. Yeah. All right. So the Buccaneers get their first loss of the season with the GOAT, or GOAT quotation marks. Final score of that game was 34-23. Drew Brees threw 160 yards, and he got the win with 2 touchdown passes. Now, I'm sure you guys are eager to talk about the Chiefs.
Who?
The Chiefs.
Oh, right.
Our team.
That's right.
The Chiefs. 34-20 final score. We got 2 of the quarterbacks that are going to be making up the NFL in the next decade, Mahomes and Watson. What are you guys' thoughts on this first game of the Super Bowl champions?
Sure that wasn't just practice?
Ooh.
It's true. Shows you what happens when you get rid of Hopkins.
That's true. I mean, I think Hopkins had more receptions than the who was it? Was it the Texans combined? No.
It might have been, because the Texans,
I saw something like that.
Texans didn't have very many. But I mean, they looked pretty good. Like, I think they're going to be a pretty good team, but I mean,
Johnson did pretty good.
That's true. But
yeah,
but I mean, putting
Johnson,
the Chiefs doesn't compare. Like,
right. And I was thinking this before during the game. I was like, there is no score that the Kansas City Chiefs can be down by that there's always going to be that chance of hope. They could be down by 25 in the third quarter, and we got Mahomes who can score 24 points plus in one quarter. So that's what's awesome about Kansas City.
You mind repeating that?
Just saying what I see. And I don't know. I mean, here's a question too: are the Kansas City Chiefs going to be better than next year or than last year?
It's been one game, but I'm 13-3.
13-3?
Yeah. So I'll say one game better.
Megatron?
I don't know. There's a couple that I can see possibly losing. If anything, I'll go 14-2. And because, I don't know, I think we got a better team. I mean, you got Edwards-Helaire in there.
He proved himself.
He went off on the Texans, and he's a rookie. Like, so I don't know. I think we'll have a better team because not only do we have Edwards-Helaire, but we still got Williams back there. The possible
Good
Super Bowl MVP with his run and everything. Like, yeah, no, I think we'll have a better team.
You talking about Damian or Daryl?
Is that a real question? Please say it's not a real question.
No, but I mean, Kansas City, they look good. Let's just look at this here. I mean, Edwards, proved himself Thursday night. We got Patrick Mahomes, we got Watkins, we got Hill, we got Hardman, and Kelsey, right? So I mean, this core is a lot different. I mean, look at the schedule. I think we mentioned it in our first episode of the podcast about fearing maybe the Buccaneers or fearing the Saints.
I don't fear Tampa anymore.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I don't know if there is a fear of Tampa Bay. Seeing Sunday's game.
That was the Browns, bro.
Buccaneers.
Browns on steroids.
But you could always make the argument it's just Tom Brady getting used to, as we talked about. So I think we'll see. If Tom Brady can prove himself in the next couple of weeks, and Kansas City, can do something too, but we'll see.
Sounds good.
But all right, another game that was very interesting. Philadelphia scored 17 points and then never scored again. Carson Wentz was sacked 8 times. Now, I said that right, 8 times.
How many?
8 times against the Washington football team. The Washington football team with Dwayne Haskins got the win 27-17. and they come back to win.
It was beautiful to see.
Wow. So,
I mean, yeah, I like that. I mean, they get made fun of. I mean, kind of rightfully so for like that's the team name that they're going with. But like then they get a win, so it's like okay, we'll still win even with a terrible name.
right. And did you heard what the owner said, or maybe it was I don't think it was Rivera, but they might keep the team name. So we might be looking at a permanent Washington football team name if the fans like it, if everything goes well.
So let's hope they lose.
Let's hope they lose. Okay, here's the thing also, too, that I thought was interesting. The Washington football team is the only team in their division to have a win.
That's not
So
that's
the
not
Cowboys
surprising.
lost, Giants lost, Eagles lost.
Well, Cowboys losing was controversial.
Controversial.
Yep. And there was another flag that should have been thrown that wasn't.
Yep. Oh, the Rams.
You gotta love
Rams and their flags.
You gotta love Ramsey. He's a great actress.
Oh, no, but Washington coming out with Haskins. Here's a question maybe that just I guess spontaneous. Is Alex Smith going to come back to start?
I say he makes a relief appearance at one point this season. I don't know about starting.
Megatron.
I can see it. I don't know. Haskins did. He did pretty good. I mean, a touchdown, close to 200 yards and everything. But, like, I don't know. I hope for Alex Smith, former Chief, that, like, he can get a start. But
yeah, and also with his injury would be pretty cool.
But, I mean, if Haskins keeps it up, like, I don't think they will.
It was the Eagles, though.
Right.
Just saying.
True. A big drop for the Eagles,
It is. I look at Wentz, and Wentz always has these high expectations, and he can never fulfill them.
Yeah.
And, Wentz can be good. It's just, I don't know, injuries and things like that, which I don't ever think he'll be a Super Bowl winning quarterback, honestly. But
they should have kept Foles.
That's just me. Foles is a great quarterback, and they should have kept him after the Super Bowl.
Yep, and they should have traded Wentz.
Yeah. But, yeah, definitely.
But that's the Philly special for you.
The Philly special. That was a good play. All right, Washington wins 27-17. Next week, we'll see if they can get a win. Next week they go play Tennessee. Not Tennessee. Arizona at Arizona. So we'll see.
Nope, they won't.
If they can go down to Arizona and win.
They won't.
Against that. But yes, the Arizona game against 49ers. Let's talk about that game. Super Bowl winning. Super Bowl appearance team, 49ers, NFC champions, lose to the Arizona Cardinals.
They do.
What are your guys' thoughts on this game?
Well,
when they almost had the Super Bowl in their hands, yet they lose.
Did they though? Did they?
Then the Wasp.
Yes, Marvin, they did, and then Wasp happened.
Got stung.
What are you guys' thoughts on this Arizona game?
Well,
is it the 49ers downfall, or are we seeing a Cardinals rise with Murray?
Both. Can I talk? Okay, thank you. The 49ers are beautifully on a 2-game losing streak, and the Chiefs are beautifully on a 10-game plus winning streak. You need to know that.
All right. Nice.
I thought that explained itself without me having to go into detail. That's it. I mean, if you lose to the Chiefs and the Cardinals in back-to-back games, that's pretty sad.
You're done.
They're done. You should have benched Jimmy G.
Jimmy G.
G.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Murray. Murray, he led in rushing. Did pretty good in his passing, but are we seeing another Lamar Jackson from him? What are your guys' thoughts on that?
I mean, he's got the team. I mean, he's good at rushing, but then he's got Hopkins there now, Fitzgerald, who, doesn't drop a pass. He's got the team to do it, but so I'm hoping they can pull something out, just because they've needed that for a while. They haven't been, a super great team in a while. They've been like kind of consistent, but never anything like great.
Right. I mean, yeah. Go ahead, Marvin.
Well, between Arizona and Baltimore, Arizona has a quarterback. Baltimore has a running back.
That's why I asked. Like Murray, is he going to wind up being like Jackson?
He'll
running all the time.
He'll win big games where Jackson cannot, and Murray can win a playoff game, assuming. So you haven't seen that yet, but
I mean, he had
Murray
the passing yards.
Yeah, Murray could probably win a playoff game before Jackson. Truthfully.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I see the Ravens going back to being number 2.
They've always been number 2.
In the playoffs, going back to the divisional.
Well, this year that they don't get a first round bye if you're number 2.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Only number 1 does, so that's Chiefs. Just letting y'all know that Chiefs are going to be the number 1 seed, and we're going all the way. We're going back to Tampa.
I can see that. All right, so Cardinals set the 49ers NFC champions 24-20. Garoppolo, he did all right. Two touchdowns, 259 yards, but 49ers lose. Now, here's a question for you all, which can even lead into our second point as well with the Seattle Seahawks game against the Falcons. Did Russell Wilson look like an MVP quarterback Sunday against Falcons?
Right. Do you really just say no?
I said no. I think
okay, here's his stats. He went 31 for 35, 322, and 4 touchdowns, no picks. He even ran for 29 yards. And they beat the Falcons 38-25. How is that not a MVP candidate already?
Week 1? My friend, is a beautiful story, but that's also the Falcons, who blew a 28-3 lead in Super Bowl 51. That's what I thought. Mic dropped.
Still.
But Russell Wilson is Russell Wilson. I don't know.
He's not an MVP.
He's not always in the talks for one of the best quarterbacks. And, I mean, I don't know if I would put him completely up there. But to some people, he has been in the talks for that. But, I mean, he's always there. He's always consistently making it happen. Like, that's still really impressive. I mean, I can't think of a year that he hasn't been at least, good. There's these quarterbacks that, their teams go up and down and they, I mean, I think the Eagles, the Eagles go to the Super Bowl and then they're not as good anymore or whatever. The Seahawks have always had, like, a pretty good team, and Russell Wilson's always been there, like I said, making it happen. So, I mean, yeah, you have that game with, him. We said 4 touchdowns. They got a good team there now. I mean, Carlos Hyde getting a touchdown, former Chief. But
was he though?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, he kind of was. But
no, I agree. Russell's always been in the contention for MVP, and he's always shown himself, and I think he can this year. I mean, it proved that Sunday. Yes, it was just the Falcons, but still, I mean, I think we might be seeing some good things from the Seattle Seahawks this year.
I mean, and then the Seahawks defense, because I mean, the final score was Seahawks 38, Falcons 25. I mean, Matt Ryan had almost 500 passing yards, and like Jones and Ridley, they're making it happen on the receiving side, even in a loss. But then, I mean, then you have Gurley. I mean, he got a touchdown, but besides that, like, got shut down on rushing.
Yeah.
Which another one that it's like, he's good with the Rams, and so then you go to another team and like you've got a you got to prove yourself. I know, like I was saying that for Brady too, and I know it's only one game, but still, like you've got to be able to prove yourself. You know, getting that old, being a veteran running back, like you got to show up for your team, and didn't.
Yeah. Right. No. Yeah.
I'd pick Aaron Rodgers over Russell Wilson any day.
Ooh. Really?
Yep.
I guess Rodgers did. He did all right Sunday.
4 passing touchdowns, no picks. Sold out crowd.
Yeah, that was funny to watch. No crowds. But yes, Seattle goes on with the win, 38-25. Again, for the NFC South, the Saints are the only team in their division to have a win. So, but yeah, I guess we could look at our final game that we wanted to look at before we move on to our expectations for week number 2. But what about the Dolphins-Patriots game? First game for Cam Newton back for a while. First game for the New England Patriots without Tom Brady for what, over a decade?
Yeah.
When you had Matt Castle for a year. Where are we not counting that? But Fitzpatrick, 3 picks. Newton held under to 200 yards passing, and yet he was the leading rusher. What are your guys' expectations looking at Sunday's game and looking forward to the Patriots season?
It was the Dolphins. What do you expect?
Okay, but
It's true though.
the Dolphins usually end up beating the Patriots. I mean, they've tied the series the past few years. I mean, you had the game 2 years ago where they won on the final play laterals.
Miami Miracle, yeah.
Yeah.
True,
No, I remember
true.
we were at the Chiefs game that Sunday, and
Yep.
Tony showed me the score, and I was like, "Oh, what if they just lateral it all the way down and score?" And then you told me that they won, and that's exactly what happened. Yeah. So, I mean, you have that. Then last year with the Dolphins denying the Patriots a first round bye, with a Week 17 win. I mean, there's still one game left to play against them this year, and the Dolphins, like I said, usually tie the series the past few years. But I mean, Cam showed up again. I know I keep saying it, this whole thing with different players or whatever, but I mean, first impressions, he got what 15 and 19 on passing, 75 rushing yards on just 5 attempts, and then the 2 rushing touchdowns, and just getting a win for the Patriots. And then Edelman being the favorite receiver still. But yeah, I don't know. Dolphins pretty much the same. Like he said, the Fitz magic with 3 picks.
Do we see a rise in Tua?
Eventually this season, but they're going to stick with Fitz for now, is my guess.
Yeah, I think a couple games, see if Fitz can maybe rework some things, get that magic going again. But we'll see. I mean, no, I agree with Megatron on the fact that, the Dolphins have always been contenders, right? I mean, it's always, even with Brady, it's always been it's like that division game, or it's like, Saints-Vikings the past couple years in the playoffs, right? The Saints have been the better team, have been the favorite against the Vikings, but there's still that, I don't know,
or
that division there.
Chiefs and Chargers.
Chiefs-Chargers, that's always
Chargers
been,
keep coming in to, beat us or whatever. At least one game the past few years.
At least close.
That game still burns me.
Yeah, no, that was rough. Seeing that live, yeah, that was rough. Yep. But so it's kind of like that. That's how the Dolphins always are with the Patriots. Like I said, there's still one game left to go, so we'll see. But I mean, that's a pretty good start for Cam, showing that he fits in with the team.
Do they make playoffs? Patriots.
Yeah.
Season record?
Ooh.
I mean, I'm looking at their schedule right now, and I think they have a fairly easy schedule. They play Kansas City in Kansas City.
That's not easy.
They do play Seattle next week.
That's not easy.
I'm just noting these teams that are going to be a little hard. I think Buffalo might be a little challenge for them as well.
Yeah, it's not easy anymore.
I'm taking my word back now. They play Houston. They're playing LA. They're playing Buffalo twice. I think them and the Buffalo Bills are going to have a contention for the AFC East.
Haven't heard that in a while.
I guess that is true. They do have the Bills there, so.
I mean, and Josh Allen proved himself yesterday.
I
think, not yesterday, Sunday.
There you go.
With the win over the Jets.
It's the Jets, but yes, true.
I said Jets. Say that forever too.
It's true though.
Yes. What are you guys' record?
10-6
for the New England Patriots. 10-6.
Ooh. I don't know. I'd say. I don't know what I want to go with. I'd say. I think they're getting over 10. 11 or 12 wins.
I'm thinking 9 or 10. We'll see. They'll lose to Kansas City. They'll lose to Buffalo at least once, and they're going to be losing to Baltimore. So there's at least 3 out. But I don't know. We'll see.
They've always been that hated team or whatever. And I don't know if that's really changed for anyone else, but I know it's for sure changed more for me with Cam being there. Like, I want to see them do good. Obviously not better than the Chiefs, but or win against the Chiefs or anything, but like I like to see them, play good this season and make it to the playoffs and get beat by the Chiefs. Yeah. But yeah.
Here's the question. We also introduced this in our first episode, but is it Belichick or is it Brady? Is this going to prove that Belichick is the Super Bowl winner? Or is it going to be proven that Brady is? Or is it proven that both of them are needed together?
In one game. It's too early to tell.
That's the question. So I think we'll see that this year. Who's really the winner?
I mean, like, Brady brought a lot of guys to him, but, like, obviously it didn't do anything. Like, I know it's the Saints, and the Saints are good, but, like, still.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I agree. Brady should have proved himself, and he had the chance against Drew Brees, but didn't. All right. So I guess we'll go on. Question for you guys. Second idea here is we've had week 1. Any recaps on week 1 as we move on to week 2, which is going to be Thursday night, Browns-Bengals. That'll be a fun game to watch. That's what we should ask. Let me just ask you this real quick. Let me ask you guys your opinion on this. Joe Burrow. How'd your perception before week 1? Has it changed? What are you guys thinking for him?
I think he is full of himself, and he thinks he's better than he really is.
Well, okay. Yeah. No,
all right.
No, I would say probably. I mean, he had a good game, kind of. I mean, he did a lot with passing and rushing and everything. I mean, but he still didn't get the win though. And so, I mean, that's what people are really going to look at. And
well, the kicker missed the field goal, so it's not really all his fault. But
yeah,
still,
he could have led his team though.
Exactly.
To where they wouldn't even need to be in that position.
And here's the thing with rookie quarterbacks, I'm hesitant, and like just for fantasy, I don't know. They're all hyped up, and then you come out on the field and they can't do anything unless you're Patrick Mahomes. But
True.
But I don't know. I don't really see them going to the playoffs. Bengals.
No. Nope, not even with the new playoff structure. I think Burrow is an NFL bust.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
There's too much hype. All right, we'll see, especially on Thursday though, because going against the Browns.
Yeah, the Browns are too tough.
Yeah, too tough.
Yeah, they're gonna really pose a threat.
Yeah,
always do.
Yeah, yeah. Scoring 6 points last game.
Well, that's too many for them.
All right. All right. So let's ask this question. Week 1 is done. What are we looking forward to? What are you guys' main things you're looking forward to for week number 2 for the NFL?
Brady's redemption against Carolina.
Brady's redemption.
Can he win?
I like that.
Can he win? That's the question. My guess is yes, because they just lost. The Carolina did. So I do think Tampa's got a good chance heading into the next game. They've learned from their mistakes. I see them going 1-1 after week 2. Brady will get sacked in that game. At least twice.
I mean, Panthers have always had a pretty good defense. And I mean, it's a big difference from, the Saints. It'll be a good NFC South, matchup, but we'll see. I could see him pulling out a win. Because, you got Fournette there. And Fournette was another bust, I think, honestly. 5 rushes for 5 yards. It's they've definitely got some work to do. And so, hopefully they can work it all out and start playing better, but
that'll be a good divisional matchup. Brady probably going to want to come back and prove himself, right?
Yeah.
No, that's good. 2 divisional matchups for Tom Brady already in the first 2 weeks. One thing I'm excited about, or I should say I look forward to, is maybe seeing this game. I think it'll be a good game. Ravens-Texans. 2 young stars.
Ravens going to win. Sorry.
You think?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Houston showed too many problems the other night, and Baltimore's going to be all over it.
I think it'll be a good game.
We'll see.
I can see the Ravens winning.
True. Going to be a good game.
But I think, you look at Watson. Watson played well Thursday. He wasn't terrible. He played okay. I think Kansas City is a better football team. So we'll see how the Ravens can go against Watson. But again, this is the face of the NFL. These 3 quarterbacks: Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson, Patrick Mahomes. They're going to be the next Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees. So these games that these quarterbacks are going against each other, it's like a Brady Manning matchup. It's exciting.
Well, I got a stat for you. Mitchell Trubisky threw 2 touchdowns, where Deshaun Watson threw 1. So I think we know which one's the better quarterback.
Yes, because a touchdown defines.
I think it does. This is my story, okay, guys?
All right. So, yeah. No, but what are you guys predicting for that game, score-wise?
Which game? Tampa?
Ravens-Texans.
Ravens win 43-6.
Ooh.
16, sorry.
I don't know what I want to call for that one.
It is in Houston, that matters, but I think we can. I don't know.
43-6.
I'm thinking 35-24. Ravens got it.
Since I don't have a good score prediction, then I'm going to go for the upset. I say Texans take it. I say 34-30.
34-30. I can see that. Last year Ravens lose the Titans.
But it's the Titans, so.
But the Titans were good.
That's right. They were.
Last year.
Texans have a good defense.
We got Watt.
Yeah, he's got
That's
Watt.
true.
That's great.
Yeah, Watt's pretty
pretty
good.
much their whole defense anyway.
Yeah, when he stays healthy, he can.
Yeah, that one game a year. Yeah.
True.
Yeah. All right. So, question for you all concerning week 2. All right. So we saw The Steelers put a pounce, and this is literally, they stopped Saquon Barkley to 6 yards, 15 attempts, 6 yards. Saquon Barkley had less rushing yards than, look at these three quarterbacks, Daniel Jones, Ben Roethlisberger, and look at this one. He had less rushing yards than Tom Brady, who can't run to save his life. He had less rushing yards than them. And the Steelers, their run defense was awesome. They play the Broncos on Sunday. What are we looking at in this game?
Steelers and Broncos?
Steelers Broncos, 12 o'clock.
Steelers win.
Yeah, Steelers are going to win that. I mean, I hate it in a sense because, I mean, obviously I want the Broncos to lose, but, I mean, having Drew Lock as, Lee Summit guy, local guy, and then going to Mizzou. And, I want him to do good, but,
He's a bust.
I mean, yeah, and I knew it from when he was in college. I mean, he set, an SEC record, I think, or an NCAA record. I feel like I can't remember now, passing yards or touchdowns or whatever, but either way, I mean, you watch him even at Missouri, and he couldn't handle the pressure. It was
late in the
down
game.
Late in the game, and I mean, you saw it on Sunday or on Monday. I mean, too.
Yeah, in the games that matter, I think he's probably like a Lamar Jackson. Pressure gets to him. I mean, I think if they have a good lead, I mean, you look at last year when they played the Texans, they were having a big win. This was a guaranteed win. They let the Texans come back a little bit. They still won, but I think, holding that spot and getting that firm, we're going to win this, instead of like last night by a field goal where it's a close game and where it comes down to the wire. I don't think he's not going to be that good in pressure, and he's not.
So let me get this on the record.
So,
he's not a Mahomes.
Oh, he is not a Mahomes.
Oh, he's not.
Marvin, no one's a Mahomes, okay?
Oh, thank you.
And yes, I said that.
I know. I wanted it on record.
Here's the thing. I'm just looking at Mahomes, and compared to any other quarterback, you can't compare it.
Not even to Brady?
Not saying that, athletic ability right now, no. Overall, Brady's still the GOAT. But concerning right now, I don't think there is a quarterback that matches up with Mahomes' ability that's playing in the NFL right now. Even Brady currently. Overall, in the past 2 decades, it's Brady's number one. But, I mean, looking at what Mahomes can do, looking at the team that surrounds him, I mean, I honestly see 3 Super Bowls in the next 5 to 10 years.
That's rookie numbers.
And yes, I said that.
Rookie numbers, bro. We're going more than that. We're going 7.
7 in the next 3 to 5 years.
That's right.
I mean, do you guys see any? I mean, what other quarterback can you compare to Patrick Mahomes? I mean, it's just logically speaking.
Lamar Jackson, but
yeah, but he is pressure.
I mean, he's the closest, but he's not at that level. I don't know. These are hard questions.
No, I don't think there's anyone. Yeah, Lamar Jackson's good. Yeah, Watson's good. Yeah, I mean, you have Rodgers that's good and stuff, but they're not making the plays that Mahomes is making consistently.
It's Trubisky. It's closest.
Okay.
He did win. He did.
MVP.
So, there's a step up the ladder. Well, we'll see. I think Mahomes is going to have another great week. He's playing the Chargers again, as we stated. That might still be tough, playing in a stadium.
Didn't they just lose?
Even with fans.
Yeah.
Chargers? I believe they did.
So your point is what?
It's still going to be tough. I mean, it's like we said with the Dolphins-Patriots idea. I think it's still going to be a good divisional match.
They won against the Bengals.
Oh, they did?
Yep.
Oh, they did win.
Yep.
Still.
So that was Raiders that won?
Yeah.
There's something wrong about that.
But I mean, yeah, Raiders won 34-30 over Panthers.
Yep.
System's rigged.
I mean, Jacobs had a really good game.
3 touchdowns. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think from the AFC West, I don't know. Do you think that will be a tough division?
No.
Nah.
I think the Chiefs will take it, but I mean, are we seeing? I mean, every team but the Denver Broncos won a game, and the Raiders, they haven't proved themselves in the past couple years.
Before the season started, the Broncos were the only team I was a little nervous about. I still had the Chiefs taking it, but they were the only team I was nervous. But after yesterday, those nerves went away pretty quickly.
I think if Tyrod steps it up, I think Chargers can have a good team there. I mean, they've always had a pretty decent team with even with Rivers there, but Rivers couldn't come through. So I think I don't know. My picks for Chargers taking second in the division and doing as big of things as you can as the Chargers.
Chargers.
I would. I mean, yeah. And then this Sunday, I mean, they're supposed to open the season with no fans there, which I mean, that's how it usually is for the Chargers. But
true. That's what I was saying. I was like, that doesn't really matter for that. But true. All right. So week 2 coming up Thursday Night Football. Tune into that. That's going to be Bengals Browns. Do we have a win prediction for that?
It's a tie. They both lose.
I like to see
Cincinnati wins. They win 28-7.
28-7.
I like to see Browns
Megatron
win it. I've always had like a soft spot for the Browns to where it's like I'd like to see them do something. I mean, they never do, but
true.
I'd
There's
say,
that one year they were close.
Yeah, that's true.
What, 2002?
I don't know.
No, I think it was with Hoyer. They were like on fire. They were like had 6 wins. They're like what, 6-2 or something like the 6-1.
Yeah, that's true.
What are you talking about? They went 0-16, dude.
It was some year, but
yeah, I
Megatron,
said Browns take it. I don't see it going very much. If anything, I'd say 21-14.
21-14. Yeah, I think it might be close. Both teams aren't that good, but it might be a close game.
Yeah, which means it's going to be an interesting game. I think
right.
It's going to be a blowout. So
yeah. All right. Week 1 is completed. Each of you guys, who's your bust and who's your star? I know we kind of mentioned this, but your definite. Marvin, we'll start with you. Who's your star and who's your bust?
My star for week 1 is Cam Newton. My bust is Tom Brady. Brady is an old man in a wheelchair who can't do nothing, and Newton is having fun with a new baby. Simple way I can put it.
I like it. New baby. Megatron?
So I actually have 2 for each, and 2 of them are on the same team, and I brought them up earlier. And so yeah, Brady, an obvious one. Like we said, 2 picks. Yeah, just not impressed. Another is Fournette. And I brought him up earlier too. But again, you go from a team. I mean, he just got cut. He could have used this as his bounce back. Showing the Jaguars, what they're missing. And no, 5 yards. And I mean, Jaguars got the win that they needed, and had their running backs.
And also, he's playing with Tom Brady.
Yeah,
that shit. I'm playing with Tom Brady. That should,
Yeah, I mean, even Minshew got more rushing yards than Fournette did.
Yeah. So who's your stars?
So I got 2 for that. Also, and then again, the same one Marvin had is Cam, which Cam's been my favorite. I mean, as you can
You've
tell
talked
from
about Cam a lot.
from the first podcast, how much I talked about Cam, and then even this one. Yeah, Cam definitely showed up. Like Marvin said, it was against the Dolphins, but still, like Cam showed up to play. So, and then my other one was one of my favorites to watch, and that's Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I mean, I knew he was going to be good. I knew they were saying he's fitting in the team really, really well, but to see him run and just like it was nothing, just handing the ball and he's gone. Like that was fun to watch. Well, especially as a Chiefs fan, but still, just seeing a rookie do that, man.
Yeah, rookie. Thursday Night Football, Week 1, first NFL game, no preseason.
Dude
Yeah,
went off.
definitely. He
Mm.
did. He did.
What about you?
I mentioned this before, and I was thinking of this. I think Russell Wilson is my star this week. Just coming out there, being solid. I mean, only missing 4 passes, throwing over 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. I think that's good. Now my bust is Saquon Barkley.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Saquon Barkley is arguably top 3, or he was coming into this year. Barkley's good. Need him. Top 5 in fantasy, whatever the case, right?
Yeah, one of the first rounders
15
in
attempts.
fantasy.
And Tom Brady, the guy who can't run, you're looking at his old videos, and Tom Brady has more rushing yards than this guy. Steelers really stopped Saquon. He's my bust for this week. I mean, but yeah. But yeah.
Great story.
So, busts and what were you going to say, Marvin? Busts and stars. We'll see. Hopefully that changes for what we've stated for our bust. We'll see Tom Brady. Will he change? Will he redeem himself? Saquon. I don't know if he can come back on top. And we'll see that. All right. So our last, you could say, topic for our podcast today is for you Kansas City Chief fans. Are your Kansas City Chiefs going to be better than last year? Are they going to exceed what they did last year in the fact of just be a better overall team and still win the Super Bowl? Can they do that for the 2020 season?
Yep. Oh, you want me to elaborate on
I like
that?
your one-word answer.
You want me to talk more? Oh,
yes.
I didn't know I was on a podcast or anything. Let's see. Last year they went 12-4. Mahomes went down. Matt Moore came back and won us some more. See what I did there? And they won the Super Bowl. Yeah, I guess that was great. Yeah, that was all fine and dandy. But this year I think they're going to run it back and win it again. And the reason I think that's because we got a healthy team, new players, healthy players, younger players, good players. We got players. Get my point? They're going 13-3. They're going to win a division. I'm picking them to be the number 1 seed in the AFC. I have them going all the way to Super Bowl. They're going to run it back. Case in point.
Megatron?
Yeah, I think this is going to be another Super Bowl season. I mean, I don't think we're going to have, those every year. I know we have Mahomes for a while. I think it's going to be like the Patriots, to where we'll make the playoffs like every year. But I know there's going to be down years where we're not going to win the Super Bowl. That's obvious. That's what you expect from your sports team. But I think this year we can win it. I mean, looking over the schedule, the only game I'm actually kind of worried about is the Saints.
Agreed.
So I don't see us losing anyone besides that one, unless we just have an off week, against Ravens, Chargers,
Miami,
Bills. Yeah, the Dolphins coming up, Tua stepping up at quarterback. and just destroying our defense or something like that. But no, yeah, I think we'll run it back.
No, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, And Chiefs, they go to New Orleans, correct? Or they come here? Because Kansas City, they're allowing fans.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
Not a lot
New
of
Orleans is
stadiums.
going
So-
to next game, they said.
Oh yeah, and it's at Saints.
Oh, it's that.
There'll be
Saints.
fans
Okay,
by
so
then.
that might be a little tough. Yeah, if I see them losing a game, I think it is with New Orleans or against New Orleans.
15-1 sounds
but I mean-
pretty good to me.
14-2 is really good. I think they're going to be better than last year.
Right.
I'm excited for
Honestly.
because that Ravens game is going to be another one at Kansas City.
That one's at Baltimore.
Or no, it is at Baltimore. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, Monday night.
Still,
Like that's going to be a good game. And then, I mean, Ingram didn't show up at all for this last game, even with the win. Like, and that's who was doing the most damage against us when we played him last. So
Who wins, Mahomes or Jackson?
Mahomes easily.
What? No. No, yeah. easily.
yeah.
Mahomes going to go 3-0, and people are going to wonder, what's wrong with Jackson? And I'll tell you, everything. He's a running back.
Well, okay. Last year, if Mahomes was healthy, does he win MVP or is it still Lamar?
Oh, Mahomes easily.
Mahomes almost matched the stats of every quarterback, and he did that injured for some of the time.
Yeah. How many games did he miss?
2.5, I think.
Yeah.
Was it?
He should have missed more, honestly. I was only because like he was playing injured and he
should have missed the
didn't want to
Titans game.
sit. Like he should have missed more, but still the fact that he didn't, the fact that he played injured, and the fact that like he sat games and then still, like I said, almost matched his stats, or matched some of the stats for some of the quarterbacks. Like, yeah. I don't think he deserved
True.
MVP because of that, because he missed games and didn't get that, but still.
I agree. Yeah. I think he wins MVP again if he plays all 16. All righty. Well, if you guys have any concluding thoughts for our podcast today,
Go Chiefs.
Good to be back.
all right. Good to be back. It is good to be
And,
back.
oh, I have something. Sorry. To all those who are not listening, please listen. Thank you.
There you go. Yeah. Listen to the podcast.
We do this for you guys, but also
Yeah.
it's fun. And Tony just won't stop telling us to make a podcast, so please, we need him to shut up.
I like talking, Marvin.
I know you do.
No, Megatron, you got anything?
No, I don't think so. Looking forward
Alrighty.
to this season. Looking forward to doing more podcasts.
Yes, for sure. And those who are listening, let us
We have
know.
listeners?
Also,
Awesome.
those who are listening, let us know if you want us to continue just kind of making this an NFL, or maybe even branch off a little bit. I know we got other we got Sporting KC, other Kansas City teams as well, too, that we could dive into. Alrighty, if nobody has anything else, again, thank you all for tuning in to the KC Sports Maintenance Podcast. I am Tony 3000, again, Marvin, and Megatron is with me, and we will catch you guys later.